I am sitting in Burgess's grandma's car in a McDonald's parking lot. It's about 30 degrees outside. I am right off a highway. I actually don't know which highway it is. I'm in Perrysburg, Ohio, which is a suburb of Toledo, Ohio, which, if you don't know your Ohio geography, is in the northwest section of Ohio. We flew in here yesterday to see Burgess's grandma. She's 85. We're celebrating her 85th birthday, and she is an absolute wonderful woman. The reason I'm in the parking lot of McDonald's is because she does not have internet, and supposedly this one has Wi-Fi. So that is the place I'm in. I have the laptop on my lap. I'm just kind of excited to be here, and hope this all works out and you get this podcast. My thought of the week is that a great investor should never care. And in fact, I don't think great investors ever do care about their individual shares or sector or asset class. I think they care most about the strategy they use, the approach they use. And I feel that I've made people care about whether gold goes up or down. Now, ultimately, you have to care at some level. The strategy I designed that has people owning gold is called LTEC, long-term economic cycles. We run in these 18-year cycles. They're built on human psychology, which you can test that back about 300 or 400 years. But what I've noticed with this strategy is it's made people care whether gold goes up or down. And I think that's a mistake on my part to have had a strategy to have people care whether gold goes up or down. And I say that because my other two main strategies, one's called market probability. You're either in the stock market or you're out of the stock market. So it's really built on not really caring which direction the market goes, just making sure that you are aligned with whichever direction the market is going. And then obvious trend, the same thing. You don't really care which direction the stock is trending. You just want to make sure you are aligned or on the same side of the stock as it's going in that direction. So literally, it's not about the share or the stock or the sector or the asset class. It's really about the strategy. But I think with LTEC, people have been caring about gold. So I want to talk to you about gold. And my first picture here is what I really want to show you is what happened back here in 1974 here. If you can look over here on the lower left part of the screen, you can see that there's a big drop in it. Now, you don't actually get to see the price on the left vertical column, but back in the beginning of 74, gold was $200 an ounce, and it fell all through 1974. It continued falling through 1975. So basically, you had about 2 years where the price of gold fell from $200 to $100, which had to be extremely painful. And then it hit $100 at the very end of 2005, and then went from $100 up to $850. Now, I wanted to show this to you because gold is the most polarizing investment on the planet. There is no investment ever in the history of humans that is more polarizing than gold. And it's always been that way. And for a lot of investors, this, owning gold, talking about gold is actually a very new thing. But I just wanted to kind of give you that perspective that gold's always been very polarizing. It's always split people. They hate it. They love it. There's not a lot of in-between people. There's not a lot of neutrality. There's either you love it or you hate it. And I just think how that can really hurt or help people depending on when they like it or when they hate it. The other image I wanted to show you is the Amex Gold Bug Index. Now, I was going to originally show this from the year 2000 till today, and it would show that from 2000 to the beginning of 2007, which the end of 2007 is here, and this is 2008 here. So those 8 years, the Amex Gold Bug Index went up almost 1,400%, and then had a huge correction with everything else in 2008, and then went up about 300% here, and has been falling. And now, I actually think the momentum is so strong and the trend is so strong that really the next major stop for precious metals is really at this old 2008 Amex Gold Bug Index of 200. And today, the Amex Gold Bug Index is at 200 now, going down to 150. I think I called this 200 over here, but this is really 150. So, there's a very high likelihood from a technical point of view that the next major support for the Amex Gold Bug Index, or basically precious metal miners, is about 25% below this. And I don't think this is any different than the 1974, 1975 correction that scared the hell out of people. Gold is not down 50% from its $1,919 an ounce. That would get us about, $960, something like that, an ounce, and we're nowhere near $960. We broke below $1,200 a little bit in June, intraday. But, this is what we have going on right now. We don't want to fight it. Whether we believe gold should go up, we believe gold should go down. At least the Amex Gold Bug Index is in this pretty crazy correction right now. And it is not unusual for major, major moves, like we're in right now with gold, an 18-year bull market in gold, to have in between there a 40, 50, 61% correction and continue up. In fact, that's very healthy. And all major, major, major trends and moves all have these 40 to 60% corrections in between. And when I say all, I mean all major moves that have ever happened over the last couple hundred years. So if you are in gold, you have your choices. You can continue buying some each month, which means you've been paying less and less over the last 2 years for whatever you're buying, and you're getting it cheaper and cheaper and dollar cost averaging down. You could have some stop losses, and maybe your stop losses have been gotten hit with the readiness. You then want to be ready to move back in if in fact we hit this 150, and on GDX it would be about almost $15 on GDX. So that's what I see we have in front of us. And the thing is, when Bernanke came out and said he was going to continue printing, and when Janet Yellen was basically the shoe-in for the next one, we should have seen gold turn around then. And the fact when good news doesn't help a downtrending stock, then it's not done with its trend. I said stock, but it could be stock, sector, asset class. And that's in fact what happened. We had really, really good news come out that should have stopped the downward trend, and it didn't. And that's what adjusted my view on what we should do with gold in the short run. But my long view on what's happening with gold has not changed. The fundamentals are getting better. And to me, this just feels like a 1974, 1975 scare the hell out of everyone clean out until we go into our next major up move. My final thought is that humans have a very deep desire to support beliefs that they already believe in. My parents are diehard Republicans. They always were. They always will be. Nothing will ever change that. If there's a Republican in the presidency, then it's the Democratic Congress or the Senate, or if they're all Republican, it's still not their fault. And there's this website called King World News that is all gold all the time. And if you ever listen to it, it's always about how gold just bottomed. And it's never anything different. The news is always the same, just like on Fox News. The news on Fox News is always the same. And it was smart of, I think, Murdoch to do Fox News like that, to have it be so polarizing, because for the people who already believe in that stuff, they're going to love it. For people who believe gold is always going to bottom yesterday, they're going to love the King World News is out there. But what I want to point out to you and just recognize is we humans just have such a deep desire to find data to support what we already believe in, which means doing extra research almost never helps you grow your money better. That's why I believe so much in technical analysis and deleting news as much as possible, because it's really about just getting that direction right. Thanks, everyone. We had a nice, great trip out here on Delta with my 2 kids, my 2-year-old and my 6-year-old, and we'll be flying back pretty soon. I thank everyone who invented videos on airplanes, because as much as I don't want to put a 2 and a 6-year-old in front of videos on an airplane for 5 hours, it was a real lifesaver. You guys take care, and I will speak with you soon. Take care.